Hey, this is Stuber with Locks DFS.com, bringing my two favorite quarterbacks this week that I'm likely to be playing on FanDuel and DraftKings. I can say with almost certainty that I will be playing one of them, and then in my GPP lineups, I'll be playing the other. But before we get into that, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're trying to come out with as much content as we can for completely free. And with NBA starting this upcoming Wednesday, I will be posting a video every day, at least Monday through Friday. Going to try to put them out in the morning on weekends as well. And also we're running a sale right now with NBA approaching and our NHL being extremely hot right now. Members winning hundreds, thousands of dollars every day. We're on a 5-day win streak in NHL right now. We are running that combo pass on sale for $300 until the end of today, Friday the 12th. And then we're going to raise it back up to $400. With NHL, we're not trying to oversaturate the field with our lineups because the contest can get pretty small when the season gets going. So we want to keep our members low. So limited spots. So if you want in, be sure to jump on that. But anyways, so the quarterbacks this week, it's just becoming like an every week thing of I'm targeting somebody in the Falcons game, because when I started these videos in week 3, I suggested Matt Ryan against the Saints. Week 4, I suggested both Andy Dalton and the Falcons, or Matt Ryan and Andy Dalton in that game. And then week 5, I suggested Ben Roethlisberger with him. All of them had great games, and this week should be no different with Jameis Winston and Matt Ryan. Jameis Winston, I'm playing in my cash games. Both sides, doesn't matter, entirely too cheap. I don't understand his price. He's $7.4K on FanDuel, and he is $5.8K on DraftKings. The past 4 games for the Falcons, the game totals have been 66.6 points. And if we go over here to the Vegas board, this game started at 57, already rose 57.5. It's crazy when game totals start that high and then they rise. The Bucs alone have the third highest team total on the slate, and the Falcons have the highest. The Falcons defense has just been awful. I mean, they're missing Keanu Neal, Deion Jones, Ricardo Allen, and it's weird for their pass defense to be so poor, considering they have Desmond Trufant and Robert Alford, but they haven't really been performing all that well this year. The Bucs don't have a running game at all. Whoa. All right, I don't know. I'm just going to keep going. I don't know if that messed up. Anywho, that kind of messed me up. But anyways, if we go over here to the defensive lines, what I've been saying the previous weeks, I really look at the offensive line versus defensive line. If you go down here, both of these quarterbacks should have clean pockets almost the entire game. Atlanta with the 29th adjusted sack rate. Tampa Bay with the 27th adjusted sack rate. Both teams really struggled defensively to getting to the quarterback. So if Jameis Winston and Julio Jones can have a clean pocket the entire game, the over seems so inevitable, even if it is at 57.5. Not to mention that if you play Matt Ryan, he is a little bit more expensive, but he is probably the most he is probably in a vacuum my favorite quarterback this week. Jameis Winston, my second favorite quarterback in a vacuum. Even though his price is so low, he's still my second favorite overall, not including price. But it pairs really well with Julio Jones, who's probably going to be the highest projected owned wide receiver this week, but he's by far the best wide receiver this week in my eyes, even over a guy like Antonio Brown, who's struggled a bit. But those are the two quarterbacks I'm playing. Jameis is going to be chalky, but if you just think about it this way in cash games, if he's only 50%, 60%, 50%, 40% of the field are going to be missing out on some great value. It's when you're playing DFS, you got to decide if the chalk is good or not, and I think this chalk is great. So it's hard for me to get away from these two players, especially Jameis and cash. Matt Ryan, I would only go up to Matt Ryan if more value opened up, which it is opening up a bit, but playing Jameis seems like the move this week for me. So I'll have my running back videos out a bit later today, and then the wide receiver video And then Addie will have his GPP plays, and then we'll have our final lineup builder video out either Friday night or Saturday morning. So until then, peace.